Start with what you have done. First of all, what you have given, Kanchan. What is there in the beginning? What is it? What is pollution, children? What is pollution? And what
Ma'am,
is
air pollution and
no? That is not pollution. What is? How can you define pollution, Naman? How are you going to define pollution?
Pollution is the mixture of harmful gases that harm our surrounding. Like plants, animals, human also.
Anushka, are you there in the class?
air
Yes, 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 Kanchan. When you're going to scroll down your presentation, you have to give some information, okay? That what you have given. First of all, what is pollution? Pollution is what? The unwanted substances that are present in
physical
the air also.
atmosphere.
Yes, yes, Kanchan. I'm not able to see your screen that is having that PPT. And can yes, now you can start and mention each and every point that you have done. Okay, start.
Air pollution and its effects. In this chapter, we mainly learn about pollution of air and water. Here, first, let us know what is air. Air is a mixture of different gases in our atmosphere. And then air pollution. Air pollution refers to any physical, chemical, or biological changes in the air. Causes of air pollution.
So what is it? Balakaj, what are these
There
changes?
is
Just wait, Kanchan. So it is the
yes, ma'am.
contamination. That is not the general. Just come back to yes. So contamination of air by harmful gases and other particles also like dust,
Yes.
smokes, which affects the
Harmful gases, carbon.
biological or the abiotic factors, that is the
Good morning, ma'am.
living good morning living world. Okay, there was some
Yes.
percentage of gases that are present normally. You have read that 78%
20%
nitrogen,
nitrogen,
20,
21% oxygen.
21% oxygen and the rest of other gases, but this proportion, that 1% that has been that some added substances have been put into. These are
Yes,
the
yes.
harmful gases, and what is they are doing? They are actually polluting our environment in one way or the other.
Hello.
Yes, yes, Kanchan, you can now proceed. What are the causes?
Ma'am, there is mainly two factors, that is natural factors and man-made factor. In natural factors, there is forest fire or volcanoes. Due to these, the atmosphere get polluted, and in man-made factors, it is vehicles produces harmful gases, factories, and other things.
Wait. So, yes, natural causes. Maybe we have read about forest fire, volcanic eruptions also. And what will happen? Due to this process, the unwanted substances or the gases they are added to the atmosphere, they causes pollution to some extent. But now, the main cause is the man-made factors. We are developing all throughout the world. The population is increasing day by day. So, what will happen actually? Actually, the increase in the pollutants in the atmosphere is increasing, and as a result it causes pollution. So you know the automobiles, when the vehicles are run, they give out harmful gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and the factories they are liberating the smoke that is liberated out, they contains also harmful gases, different oxides, non-metallic oxides like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrous oxide. So all these are adding to the normal percentage of the composition of air,
Yes,
and they
yes.
are actually doing or harming us. We are inhaling those gases.
Yes,
Sometimes, when you're standing in a traffic for long, and from the exhaust the gases are coming, they contains carbon monoxide, and this carbon monoxide gas is having a higher affinity for hemoglobin. They bind with when we are inhaling, then this carbon monoxide along with oxygen is also going to our alveoli, and there is exchange of gases, but this time the exchange occurs more for carbon monoxide than oxygen. Why? Because hemoglobin can or have a much more higher affinity for carbon monoxide. So what will happen? Actually, we are not able to get oxygen in the normal volume, and we will feel suffocated. We may die also. So these are
Yes,
the
carbon
harmful
dioxide is
effects.
one of the most dangerous gas in the atmosphere.
Yes, so we have to take care. This chapter is for you, only for your consciousness, for to make yourself aware that you have to leave children. You have to leave and you have to allow your next generation to live. That is what is called sustainable living, है ना?
Yes,
Sustainable development भी जैसा है. You have read in a class 8 में that in your geography sustainable living, sustainable development. So what is that concept means that we should live and we should let our next generation to survive. They can have the natural resource. We should not exploit each and everything. Okay, so
yes.
this chapter is mainly for your consciousness. Yes, Kanchan, you can now scroll. Yes, tell me about the harmful effects of air pollution that you have added over here. Kanchan, are you there? Anushka, can you add up to what the. Uh,
Yes, ma'am, I'm there, but due to network problems.
so just to continue.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, there are mainly what happened? There are many effects of pollution in animals, plants, or in human beings. Respiratory diseases such as asthma and many other diseases causes due to air pollution.
Yes, they affects us. They affects the biotic environment.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Due to these process, the trees get destroyed and
Pollution के लिए tree destroyed. How they are going to get destroyed? No. How they will get destroyed? Yes.
ma'am, due to pollution, sometimes the trees do not grow.
They may not have the suitable condition, but they will not get destroyed
Yes,
actually.
Yes,
Okay. Now you cannot scroll up. You are not scrolling up. I'm not able to see your presentation. Yes. Now scroll up. Scroll up more. Harmful effects. So mainly carbon monoxide. I told you carbon dioxide. What is the function of carbon monoxide? That you can see the effect it released by incomplete burning of the fossil fuels. It reduces oxygen carrying capacity of blood. That I told you that it is having a much more affinity for hemoglobin than that of oxygen. Carbon dioxide it is released in the factories. It causes increase in the temperature. That is global warming. What is global warming, Anushka?
ma'am, global warming means that increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, ma'am. I mean,
What
it
happens?
causes
What
ma'am,
happens?
the ozone layer start melting.
Just wait,
When the
Mohammed.
ozone layer,
Yes. So what happens? You know about greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect. You know what is greenhouse effect?
the trapping of radiation by Earth atmosphere.
The trapping of the radiated energy of the sun by atmosphere is called the greenhouse effect. So what happens? Actually,
Good morning, ma'am.
good morning. During the daytime, children, that the ray of light is falling on the earth's surface, and a part of this incident ray is getting reflected back to the atmosphere. So that is the reflected radiated ray of the sun. This heat energy can be trapped by some gases like carbon dioxide, by water vapor. So what will happen? These substances are called the greenhouse gases, as because they are able to trap the heat energy of the sun. So what will happen after
the ozone layer will melt.
so after sunset, what will happen? If it is on the surface of the moon or any other planet, after the sunset, it will be chilling cold. The temperature will follow drastically, but that doesn't happen in case of our Earth due to the presence of atmosphere and all these greenhouse gases. These gases trap or retain this heat energy of the sun. So even after the sunset, when the sun is not there, the source of heat is not there, our atmosphere is kept warm. Okay, so that effect is called the greenhouse effect, and this was a good one earlier. But now what happened due to pollution? This greenhouse gases, the percentage of the greenhouse gases have increased to a considerable extent. So what will happen actually? More and more heat energy will be trapped. The heat is retained on the earth's surface, and actually the global temperature is increasing. A phenomenon called, Siddharth, what is that phenomenon called?
What,
Anushka,
ma'am?
Anushka, what is the phenomenon called?
Can
As
you
due, yes, Naman,
can you repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
you're
Can you
listening.
repeat?
Are you listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
of network issue.
I'm
Ma'am.
telling that as this greenhouse gases, due to pollution, the percentage of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is increasing. So, what will happen gradually? More and more, the heat will be trapped and retained, and actually, it is increasing the global temperature, a phenomenon called
Global warming.
global
Global
warming.
warming.
मैम
So, it is
क्वेश्चन ही नहीं सुना
called,
था मैम मैंने.
yes. So, tell me, Siddharth, if you and do know anything about greenhouse effect and global warming, Siddharth.
Yes, ma'am.
Greenhouse effect and global warming. What do you know about greenhouse effect and global warming?
Ma'am, greenhouse effect causes global warming, ma'am. And ma'am, this is caused due to increase in temperature due to pollution.
This is not cause. The temperature increase is called the global warming. Why? Again, I'm telling you this greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, water vapor, and some other gases, they trap the heat energy, radiated, reflected heat energy of the sun. And what will happen if more and more
Ma'am,
the
depletion
percentage,
of ozone layer is there.
the if the amount of these gases increases in the atmosphere, more heat will be trapped, or more heat is trapped now. And what is happening? It actually increasing the average global temperature. It has increased. The glaciers have started to melt, and this phenomenon is called global warming. As because these glaciers are melting, the sea level has also risen up. You have seen, have information, I think. They have the sea level has gone up.
Ma'am,
Why?
occurrence of more cyclone, hurricanes, and ma'am,
Occurrence of
the
much more natural
and
calamities.
ma'am, early snow melts are there in certain
Yes.
regions.
And you have
So that is
known
why it
that.
causes flood, ma'am.
Yes, so unequal heating is also being taken place. The climates are changing drastically. All that are effect of
Ma'am,
pollution.
not only CO2, ma'am, methane is also there, CH4,
Methane,
nitrous oxide,
methane is also there.
N2O.
CH4 is there.
Ma'am,
Yes.
HCFS, ma'am, HCFC. ये वाला.
HCFCs are there. Yes.
Ma'am, O3
So,
is there, HFC is there.
all these are adding the temperature or increasing the global temperature by absorbing the reflected ray of the sun.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is a very important concern nowadays, and we
And
should
ma'am,
get
ma'am, food
aware.
production is also decreased, ma'am, because ma'am, surface of the earth is also warming, ma'am.
Yes, due to the increase in the global temperature, what happens?
Biological productivity is less.
It will hamper the growth of the natural crop, because the crops are having their temperature, the suitable temperature condition, they will germinate properly. Otherwise, yes, there will be the reduce in the produce also, their growth also, reduction in the growth also, and it will ultimately actually they are hampering the gross food production of the world also. So these are
Yes,
of
ma'am.
concern to us. So this is all about your air pollution. Here we are going to know about water pollution also. Anyone? Anushka, tell about water pollution. What do you know by water pollution, and what are the causes, and how you are going to take
Okay,
preventive
madam.
measures to reduce water pollution. Siddharth, you are going to tell?
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo.
Ma'am, as we all know, ma'am, that water is very important for the growth of our life, ma'am. And ma'am, that we all know that 65% of our body is made of water. So, ma'am, the water is being disturbed, ma'am. Ma'am, the water and the ground level is also depleting, ma'am, because of water pollution. And ma'am, the water pollution is indicated by ma'am that it has bad taste is there, bad smell is there, or presence of oil is there, or grease is there floating over it. So, and ma'am, it also causes the decrease in marine life. Marine life is also affected by the water pollution. And ma'am,
Underwater living world is also affected a lot. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Yes.
And ma'am, this is caused, ma'am, because ma'am, there are the human population is growing and generate. So, ma'am, they are generating more sewage, and industries are also rapidly increasing because there are more people. So, ma'am, the industries are also putting their pollution in. They are also polluting the water, ma'am. They are putting all the things like chemicals into the water. So,
By
ma'am, this causes.
emptying their chemical waste into the
Yes,
water
ma'am.
directly without treatment. So,
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
the thing mainly? That is a concern that without treatment, all this factory waste and the sewage from us is going and getting into the water
Ma'am, there.
bodies. Actually, it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
disturbing the pH of the water. It is disturbing the clarity of
Yes,
water.
ma'am.
What
Acidic
is,
level is increasing.
yes, it will increase the
And
acidity.
like pesticides or fertilizers are there, and ma'am, oil and acids they are increasing. And ma'am, there are types of two types of pollution is there in water. First, that the industries are putting, so that is chemical. And ma'am, another is biological pollution is there. So there, like ma'am, there are bio waste. Ma'am, like there are oxygen demanding waste. So ma'am, oxygen demanding waste decreases the amount of oxygen in the
Yes,
water. So ma'am, the
yes.
marine life is not getting the oxygen that they want. So ma'am, they die rapidly. They are dying. So ma'am, this causes decrease, and like dead bodies are thrown in water. So ma'am, this causes
Yes.
pollution.
So
And
that
this
is
will
getting
it,
decomposed as they move with water, and again the quality of water is decreased. That is, they again what will happen? That they will disturb the normal ecosystem inside the water.
and
Okay,
ma'am,
so yes,
the water also affects the soil, ma'am, because ma'am, the water brings soil. So ma'am, the polluted soil will come. It will decrease the fertility of soil, and ma'am,
yes.
groundwater is also contaminated. So these are the ma'am, effects of water pollution.
And if you know that if there is a ship that is carrying oil, if the oil gets spilled on the surface of
Oil
the
spill.
sea, oil spilling agar hoga, it's many happening. Sometimes it has happened near Bombay also. So the whole water on the sea has been covered by oil. So what will happen as a result of this blockage? What will happen?
Ma'am,
Oil spill.
oil will float over the ma'am, surface of, then it will cause pollution, ma'am.
Okay, that is the one. What is the other
Oil and grease
effect?
is there.
Or the oxygen dissolving capacity of that part of the area will decrease because oil not allow the oxygen or atmospheric air to get into or dissolve into the sea water. So there again the aquatic environment will be harmed
Ma'am,
because
oil spill is not only caused by ma'am the ships only, ma'am. Sometimes the industries put it by the tankers or ma'am pipelines. They put it
yes,
into the water, ma'am. So
they
this is
are going underwater. There may be any leakage that also causes spills. Okay, sometimes the factory waste also contain those kind of
ma'am,
oils.
deep
Okay.
water horizon में एक oil spill हुआ था मैम
Hmm.
2010 में हुआ था मैम.
Okay,
It is the largest known.
largest water spill.
Yes, ma'am. It is largest known water spill, ma'am.
So these
मैम
are the
Gulf of
see.
Mexico में हुआ था मैम.
Okay. So it is harmed a lot. Not only not only
Yes,
pollution
ma'am.
that and the surface effect. There is under surface effect also to the aquatic environment, plants and animals both. You will find that aquatic animals are dying and they are floating on the surface. Actually, again they will get decomposed in that water, and the quality of water will decrease.
Yes,
So
ma'am.